Welcome to Thorough Talks 215. I am your host, E, with my co-host, Brown. He's back.
What up, yo? What's going on, E?
Where you been at, bro? Listen, everybody's been bugging me about you, bro.
I've been good, dog. Taking care of business.
Okay.
Family business, life itself. You know
Right.
how it is, dog.
Yeah, sometimes life takes over.
Of course.
It happens, but you're back. You're healthy, looking good. Yo, you working out?
Yes, I am.
All right, what you been doing lately? Tell the
Push-ups,
people.
you know me, push-ups and squats. I can't really get to the gym like that, so I do it in the house all the time.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm
Push-ups
gonna
and
hold you to
squats.
that. Yo, we got somebody special here. I've known this guy for a long time.
What's going on?
All right, now the guy could put you in the headlock
What?
or sell you some supplements. One or the other. He's a father, he's a brother, he's a business owner. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Hill. What's up, Matt? How you doing, bud?
Hey, you guys doing? Thanks for having me on the show, too. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. How's everything, broski?
All right.
Yeah, good. Now, I brought you on because you're one of the guys. I've known Brown. I've known this guy for a long time. I'm going to shout out the business he owns, Primal Nutrition, 8114 Roosevelt Boulevard. You want your supplements, you want your protein, go see my man, Matt. Let's start with that. How's business, man? How is the supplement business going?
Business is always good. We've been in business for 13 years now.
That's how long it's been now?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. So now you have another location, right? It's 2 locations?
No, we sold the other location, so now it's just the one.
Oh, okay.
There's only one Primal Nutrition, yeah.
Okay, cool. So Brown, I started going to this location because they used to go to LA Fitness back in the day. And Bally's and then LA Fitness. And then I didn't see them for a while. And one day I walked in and they own a nutrition shop. You get all your supplements, Brown. I advise you to go there. What do you know about supplements, Brown? Are you taking any supplements?
Well, I know a little bit. I take a lot of natural shit, though.
Okay.
Like, I go to Penn Herb right there on 2nd and Spring Garden.
Okay.
And I get a lot of weird shit people consider weird. But,
it works.
It makes me feel good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the way I'm going about
So
it.
that's all about it. Matt, so talk to me. You are very, very active, Matt.
Right.
So break down what you do. Is it boxing, taekwondo, UFC? Break down to the audience what exactly you do.
I mean, I do a little bit of everything. I originally got into the boxing. I was a police officer, so.
Oh, so you were a cop before?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So in 2010.
Shout out to all the police officers.
So in 2010, I had my first boxing match, the police first fire boxing match.
Nice.
That's how I got started into it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's how you got into it.
Yeah, so I got into that. I was about 29 when I started doing that. So I had a couple of amateur boxing fights. Eventually knew I wanted to get into a cage.
Yeah. You kind of knew automatically.
Started doing Muay Thai and got some Muay Thai fights under my belt.
Nice.
Then started doing jiu-jitsu, fell in love with it. That's pretty much what I do now is primarily jiu-jitsu. But after I started that, start doing MMA, went amateur 5-1.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope. He's our first, we had a boxer. He's our first MMA. I'm going to say MMA. You're our first
so that's
MMA.
what it is. MMA, right?
Yeah.
MMA mixed martial art.
And it was good too, because while I was doing all the fighting, I was using that to promote Primal. So that wasn't taking off.
Yeah. Because the internet wasn't really, it was big, but it wasn't as big.
Yeah, but back then you didn't have to pay for Instagram ads and stuff. So you've got something to go viral.
Right. Smart move.
Yeah, that's dope.
Smart man. And you know what I love about the shop over there, and I'm biased because I know them, Brown, but they always treat you well.
Okay.
And a lot of times they see you spending money, bro. Yo, take a t-shirt, take this, take
that's
that.
dope.
And they'll break
That's
you
dope.
down. So if you go in there, say Eli sent you, all right? And Matt would take care of
So
you.
pretty much their customer service is what keeps you
phenomenal.
It keeps you the flow
T-shirts are
going.
really big.
Yeah.
When we first opened up, not a lot of people know this. I fucked up on the back of the t-shirts. I put the wrong phone number on.
Nice.
So our phone number is 215-613-5693. And I
There it
put
is.
39 on the end of it by accident.
shit.
And we didn't proof them. So we got all these shirts with the wrong phone number. So we started freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Fuck, the wrong t-shirt.
Yeah.
So I wound up just giving them all out. It was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah,
We went out
yeah.
giving these shirts out to people in the gym. They're wearing it. They're like, yo, where the fuck's that place at? And
Oh, that's
The
dope.
rest is history, hey?
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
how
And
many
then-
people do you think called that number the wrong number?
know. Can
How
you
many?
imagine?
One person.
What you said?
That was it, yeah.
How'd you
One
find
guy.
that out? How'd you find that out?
He came in and told us.
That's funny
dope.
because at the same time, did y'all have your address on it as well?
Yeah, we had everything on it.
Oh,
Just
okay.
that phone number.
It was
That's
just that
good. That's
number.
good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
dope,
I always
nice.
look at,
And
like while we were open up too, like my father passed away at the same exact time,
wow.
and that's why I fucked the number up because I wasn't paying.
yeah, you had a lot
Yeah,
on your
mental-
mind,
So I always
man.
look at it as like a blessing in disguise. Like he helped me out with that.
But you notice that by them giving something out free without even trying, the blessing came back.
Of course.
And that's the lesson.
That's the way it is, bro.
That's how it is,
That's
man.
how it is,
Sometimes
bro.
you look out for somebody and it comes back to you, bro. That's dope. That's a dope story, man. That's a very, very dope story. I brought you on because I wanted that. There's some subjects that I wanted to bring to light, right? And one of the subjects that I wanted to bring is obesity. There's a lot of dudes that don't work out, man. There's a lot.
I know.
You know, there's a lot of dudes that just in their 20s, in their 30s, and they're just overweight. They're suffering from obesity. I wanna read this and then we could chop it up. In the United States, obesity is prevalent among men, with rates varying by age group and ethnicity. For example, nearly half of non-Hispanic black men and Hispanic men have obesity. We got to get it together, all right? While non-white men, Asian men have the lowest rate. Additionally, obesity tends to increase with age. 20 to 39, 40%. 40 to 59, 46%. So the older they get, the bigger they get. And 60 years old, 42%. Why are so many dudes lazy, man? Like, what's going on? Because I'm 47 years old. How old are you?
I'm 42.
42, and the Brown.
I ain't gonna say my
He doesn't
age.
want to
I
tell
don't
his
never
age,
say
but
my
he
age.
never want to tell his age. All right,
I
but,
don't.
But the best thing I did, Matt, was starting working out, man, and it changed my life because it gave me a lot of mental clarity and gave me energy. I feel good. I look good, right? And the confidence is through the roof. What was your story? What was it? What was the turning factor? You say, you know what? I'm working out. The rest is history.
I used to be over 300 pounds when I was in high school.
Okay, okay.
Senior in high school, like all we did was we drank almost every day.
Yeah.
Blew up. I think my heaviest was like 320. I wanted to
Wow.
So eventually, like I knew I had to switch that around.
Yeah.
I remember jogging around the Northeast Airport constantly.
I used to jog with. Yeah, I used to jog over there too.
I would get what do they call it? Fuck. Hydroxycut for champs right down
I
the street.
remember that.
Taking that and running around
Damn.
Northeast Airport.
Yeah.
I dropped a lot of weight doing that.
Nice. So
Like,
that was
once
your
I got-
motivating
yeah.
factor.
And then once I got in that lifestyle,
It was a
I
wrap.
never
Yeah,
stopped.
you don't go back, man. You don't go back. So you were what, a senior in high school when you transitioned?
About like when I was like 18, 19. Like,
Yeah.
I knew I was going to police academy, so.
Oh, okay. So you knew that at a young age.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got hired 20 years old. I was really young.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's a problem, right? Look, from 2021, 2023, 40% of adults in the U.S. are obese. That's a huge number, Brown. That's a huge number. 39% men and 41% in women. While the overall rates show a little difference between men and women, some age groups and people show significant variations. Obesity is defined as having a body mass index, BMI, of 30 or higher according to the Center of Disease Control Prevention. My thing is this. A lot of people say, well, the excuse is I don't know what to do, or I don't have the money. It's my lifestyle. Listen, some of it is just you being lazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's you being lazy. Because don't tell me, I can't afford the gym, but you have Jordans on.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you can't afford to eat clean, but you order out every day. So it's mind-boggling to me that people that say they can't work out or they don't have a gym, but yeah, you
Where
spend
they
so
don't
much
have time to do it.
Right, you don't have
Everybody
time.
has time. You have an
Everybody has
hour a day or
Yeah.
even 40 minutes a day. to do
Exactly.
something.
That's all it takes sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
sit around on the couch and watch fucking Jerry Springer for fucking 3 hours.
Yeah.
You can't tell me 1 hour of that time.
1
You can't.
hour. And so I find that a lot of guys, especially guys, they use the excuse of, well, you're going to die someday. People always tell me this nut shit. And I
hate that
I hate
shit,
when people
bro.
say that, bro.
I hate that shit,
Oh,
bro.
you're going to die one day. But okay, all right, fine. Yes, we all have a date.
Yeah.
Right? We all have a date. But do you want your last? All right, so men usually live to 74. Let's give, what is it? What's the average? Let's say 74.
I think that's it.
Like 74. So let's say from 50 to 74, your life is miserable, bro. Your kidneys are failing you. You can't hump.
You can't hump.
You can't hump. I'm serious.
Might as well be dead.
You can't walk up a flight of steps. If your kids got soccer practice, you can't run around with your kids. The quality of life matters when you're in great shape. Listen, the older you get, the weaker you're going to get if you don't work.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to work out, bro.
You gotta work out,
gotta
bro.
work
And a
out.
lot of these guys don't get it, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy to
A
me.
lot of them just be mentally fucked up too, man.
Yeah, a lot
like
of it's
they can't
mental.
even pick that up in their brain to even start working out because their confidence and everything is so fucking low.
That's true.
They don't even bother, bro. They, like you said, they say, for what?
Why? What
I'm
am I
going to die anyway.
That's crazy to me.
So they just give up right there and then.
You know, my doctor said that to me once because every time I go for my yearly checkup, he'll say, "Yeah, you still working out?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Man, you're in a small percentage. We're in a small percentage."
Yeah.
You saw
Especially our age, too.
Yeah, especially at our age. You saw the percentage of people that could bench 225, dude. It's like point something, bro.
Yeah.
225. I mean, to him, that's why he's laughing.
yeah, 'cause
I'm laughing because I can't even do it no more. My
no
shoulders
more?
are so shot.
I thought he was laughing like, shit, I'll do that shit all
No,
day.
but he knows what I mean.
Yeah.
If you're an avid gym goer, 225 is something you aspire to do.
Yeah.
But it's such a small percentage of people that could do it, bro.
So depending on weight, like all right, so for instance, can somebody like 150 pounds do?
Oh yeah, there's guys that could do it, but it's rare. It's rare.
It's rare. Okay,
there's guys
okay.
that could do it.
Okay.
But those guys are in the gym.
Okay.
Well, okay. Let me just say this. There's guys that are country strong, right? There's genetically blessed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
and so they got it. But then you got skinny dudes that are in the gym, and you'll see them, and you'll say, "What? Damn, this dude lifting that." There's a dude that does. He's gone viral. He's acting like he's mopping.
Oh, the
floor.
janitor
You see the
dude.
janitor
Yeah, the
boy?
janitor.
You
I
seen
didn't
him
see
yet?
that, no.
So what he does is he looks like a skinny
Yeah,
dude.
he wears the big janitor.
Yeah, he wears the big janitor John. He walks through the gym and he makes sure he gets around big dudes that are lifting heavy. And he acts like he's cleaning. And what he does is he'll say, "Oh, can I move this?" And the guys will be like, "Dude, you can't pick this. I'm gonna send it to you. You
Oh,
can't
yeah,
pick that."
I figure- I
and he
see videos
picks
like
it
that.
up, bro. He picks it up. So yes, to answer your question, yes. There are guys that are $150, $180 that can rep 225, but it's rare. It's a rare thing. You know, if you want to get to that, you're gonna have to work at it, man. You're gonna have to work at it.
Is it easier to squat 225?
Oh, that's a good question. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, it's easier to squat, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because your legs should be stronger.
you
than
should be.
your arms.
Yeah, it should be. It should be stronger. Squatting, it takes a lot out of you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
bro.
know.
When you squat, you got to be mentally prepared, bro.
Yeah.
You do because your whole body's gonna feel it. People think it's just your legs. It's just not your legs.
No, bro. Everything.
Yeah, the whole body's feeling it,
I
right?
love leg day, though.
Yeah, you don't never skip leg day, bro.
No, you need leg day.
You need
How you
leg
gonna
day.
hold the rest of
you
your body
can't
up?
skip leg day, bro.
I see that shit
I
happen.
would overdo it. I actually tore my quad in November.
Jesus Christ. So wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a second. So he said his knuckle, right?
Yeah.
Then he said his shoulder. And now your quad.
Oh, I've had a shitload of injuries.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a ton.
Yeah, because of the fighting.
I tore my biceps 4 times. I tore both rotator cuffs are tore.
Oh, my
Tore the
God.
quad off the bone. Abductor off the bone. That was a bad one. Yeah.
Damn.
And
That's a lot.
did you get surgery for all of them?
On the biceps and the quad, yeah.
So has that affect your working out?
Nah, not really. I tore my bicep for a 4th time, and I never got it fixed.
Right.
And I feel like I have more range of motion from doing that.
That's crazy.
As weird as that sounds.
So you want to squat 225, bro?
No, not yet. Not yet. Hopefully I get there.
No, you'll get there. You got to
I'll
keep
get there.
You got to keep working at it. Listen, fitness is a way of life, and I'm glad you're here because I've been wanting to bring people on to talk fitness and their stories. My story is, dude, I was a alcoholic at one point, smoking weed every day at the bars, and I was just crashing cars. You remember I used to crash every car I had, bro. I used to be with him. We was just crashing every car.
Yeah, I got
me,
4
bro.
cars under my back.
Yeah, I got something like that.
I
I got
haven't
like
had
crashed.
drinking 10
I think
years,
I
that's-
crashed
yeah.
with you twice.
twice, right? So that's my story. My story is a long story, dude. I was headed in the wrong path, and when I found fitness, man, it was a wrap, bro.
Yeah.
That's my mental healing, and so I would never let it go. I got to train every day, man. Even on my days off, I got to at least walk.
I'm the same way. Like I've had a rough, couple years.
Yeah,
Working out, going to jiu-jitsu, going to the gym. Like I need
it's therapy, bro.
Oh, okay. That's
I'm not the
therapy,
same if I
Brown,
don't
man.
have that in my life.
You
That's
gotta
good.
have it,
Yeah.
man. There's times like my shorty will say, "You're not the same. Go work out," because that adrenaline rush, it takes me high, then brings me back to normal. No matter what I'm going through, like my aggression, I take it out on them weights, man.
I mean, it's probably like the same way when somebody had they go shopping for therapy.
yeah.
They go in there, they go spend some money. When they come home, they happy. They
Especially
don't
if
even
they're-
wear the shit.
But especially if there's a husband's money too. Right, man? If it's their husband's money, they spend
That's a
all
better
of it.
spend.
All right, so I want to read something, and we could talk about this because I know we all have probably have family members who have gone through this, and we know someone. So this is very, very touchy to me because I've lost a lot of people when it comes to this. Okay, in just the first 6 months of 2025, there have been 444,000 deletions with 70 to 80% of them being male. I'll say it again, for over 400,000 deletions. In just the first 6 months, there already been that many deletions worldwide, 70 to 80% being men. This is an alarming stat highlighting a growing mental health crisis, particularly among men who often feel pressure to suppress their emotions. We talk about that a lot. And avoiding to seek help. Experts warn that the societal expectations around masculinity can be harder for men to express their vulnerabilities, leading to feeling isolated and hopelessness. Mental health advocates are calling for urgent action, breaking the stigma, encouraging opening conversations, and to provide more accessible support systems. These numbers serve as a stark reminder that mental health is just as important as physical health. Shout out to Claudio, because Claudio always says that. And the research, the reaching out for help is a sign of strength and not weakness. I just lost somebody. I lost a lot of friends. Rest in peace to Richie. Rest in peace to a lot of people that, they decided that they didn't want to live anymore. This is something that is deep to me. Matt, why do you think so many guys don't want to even have a conversation, bro? Like if you needed to talk to me, bro, you could call me or Brown. Yeah. And why do you think we have such a hard time with that, man?
I don't know. Just some guys just have trouble showing their emotions.
Too much pride, too.
I get it. There's times I don't want to talk to people, but there's times, you can't let that shit in. You gotta
right, man. That's so true.
And you know what the fucked up part about it is that sometimes you can't even trust people. You sit there and you talk to them, you tell them your personal shit.
You think that could be one of the reasons why?
Of course, bro. You know how many people, so how can you possibly pick that right person? You understand what I mean? It's like, I know you and I know him, right? Now, you two guys are my friends. Which one of you two am I going to call and tell you my real personal shit that I can trust? And maybe later on in life, won't be like, you know what? Fuck you, dog. That's why.
And hold it against you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard.
A thorough dude wouldn't do that. You let the women do that.
But at the same time, like I said, you two guys are thorough to me.
Yeah.
Which one do I call and
what's that say about somebody telling somebody's business?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're less of a man than me, bro. You're a bitch if you do that, because especially if you know he's having a time where he's considering doing this.
Yeah.
So many guys do this. Deep. It's deep, man. And then you know what's crazy about it? Matt and Brown, sometimes we'll run into guys that we know, hey, how you doing? And they don't show no signs of it. Yeah. And then you hear about it, you say to yourself, damn, I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because like you said, they're kind of, they feel like they can't speak to anyone.
And like I told you earlier, like my brother, did that New Year's Eve.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
And he for a year, he just, like, we knew he was having problems. He just didn't want to.
He want to talk about it.
He didn't want to talk about it. He didn't want to get off the couch. It was just like awful to watch.
Yeah.
I don't like talk.
It's tough
to talk about, but like I would beg him to go to the gym.
Right.
Yeah, he just didn't want to hear anything.
Yeah. It's a tough thing to see. I see you're it's getting to you, because sometimes I'll feel like I didn't do enough, when people go and I had the opportunity, but there's so much you can do. And you don't want to force it either. You don't want to be like pushing on the person. Like, look, dude, like you said, you try to get somebody to go to the gym, you try to have a conversation with them, but at the end of the day, it's their decision, man.
Yeah. It is their decision.
And like all the issues he had, like he could have got out of it. It wasn't the end. And we tried to tell him that. He just didn't.
Right.
And you know what? That's why anybody that ever texts me or tells me that they feel like that, I listen to them.
Yep.
Because a lot of people, they go, oh, he's just making that shit. He wants attention.
Yeah. Ain't that something?
If they actually telling you that or texting you that shit, bro, pay attention to
it. And the fact that they're reaching out, because like he said,
pay attention to people.
When you see somebody that normally behaves a certain way and now they shutting down, that's a red flag.
And at the same time, you got to think about it like this. If that person texts you, okay, that person might be saying, pull me out of this.
Right. That's what
I'm texting you because I don't really want to do this.
And I don't know how to get out of this.
Yeah, pull me out of this.
My brother did the opposite. Like, everything was fine. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm good. And just...
Yeah, they hide it. So I'm going to continue here. Where was I? Boom, boom. Okay, no, that's it for the article. But all right, so, this is my thing. This is what I got to say. We know people that have mental health institutions. Shout out to Claudio. Citywide. Citywide. There's a place in Philadelphia called Citywide. You could Google it. If you know anybody that needs help with their, their mental situation, they do great work, and they have all types of people, young people, older people, people from the hood, all types of people that can give help. So, sometimes you could recommend that to somebody and give them time to think about it and then have a conversation and go with them. Because I've done that. There's been times where somebody said, I need help. And I will try to take them somewhere to get professional help. Because a lot of times we scared of professional help, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't want to be judged, man.
And like with me, like I know it sounds stupid, but like I'll tell everybody, like, come to jiu-jitsu. And they think I sound fucking crazy when I say it, but I'm like, it's a good group of guys.
Yeah, man.
No matter what gym you go to, like our gym, any other gym around the city, it's always like a good group of guys. They always help each other out.
Yeah, man.
We need that, bro.
Yeah.
It's just positive people to be around at the same time.
And when you're in there, you're not thinking about anything else but surviving.
Ain't that something?
Yeah,
I would like to start doing that.
You should come over.
Bro. Yeah, man.
You never know.
Never know.
You
I got a heavy hand too, but I don't know the skills. I don't know how to.
It's about mental too on that sport.
Yeah.
You gotta remember that. It's not about your heavy hands.
Right, it's about mental.
You gotta mentally be right too.
Gotta be ready for it, man. I gotta try it sometime. You gonna come with me, Brown? We're gonna go.
Yeah, I'll go in there.
Jiu-jitsu, baby. Matt's gonna teach us, baby.
So now that we're talking back into that, let me ask you a question. Do you remember your first fight and where you were at mentally, like walking into this first fight?
Oh, it's nerve-wracking shit. I told you on my way down there, because I never did a podcast. So I was nervous to get down there. I felt like I was going to a fight with this different range of emotion.
Okay.
Like, oh, fuck this. I'm going to turn around. I'm not doing this. Shit's fucking crazy. And fuck it. I'm just going to fucking do it.
So it was a big adrenaline, right?
Every emotion going through your body is going through, especially on the walk.
Yeah, nice. So how'd that fight end, the first fight?
My first boxing fight, I won that decision.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
First cage fight, I choked the guy out. Like he was a bum.
It was easy.
He's a bum.
I wanted to ask you, because you're the professional. Do you believe John Jones retired too early? Did you expect him to retire?
I mean, it's kind of fucked up what he did to Aspinall, making him wait 2 years to do that, Yeah,
because that Aspinall guy, is supposed to be some vicious dude. Everybody wanted to see them two fight.
Yeah, like I was watching an interview with Aspinall's dad. Like he just like it's kind of cowardice how he did it. Like,
you think
wait around for 2 years?
Do you think he knew he couldn't beat that guy?
I don't know, because I do like John Jones. Who the hell knows what happened when they fought each other? Aspinall probably would have got the better of him. But,
because of age or just better.
Yeah. He just tore his pec too.
So I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Vicious injury.
Once you get older, it don't get easier.
Yeah, I could imagine. How is the Philly scene when it comes to this sport? Is it growing? Is there a lot of people coming out of Philly that are fighting in the UFC, martial arts, and all this?
Oh yeah, my two training partners that they were in the UFC.
What's their name? Shout them out.
Chris and Kyle Dawkins. They're
okay. Shout out to them.
They
shout
actually
out to
just
the
opened up a gym too, Forge up in Parkwood.
Do you know the address?
I don't, but it's in the Parkwood Shopping Center.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So Philly, I noticed. I see a lot of
Sean Brady's. He's really Joe Pfeiffer.
Okay, cool.
Andre Petrosky, Pat Sabatini.
Oh, so there's a big community.
Jeremiah Wells.
Shout out to all these guys, man.
I apologize if I'm missing them.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good because I'm noticing there's a lot of guys, coming up on my feed and my algorithms that are coming out of Philly that are fighting, man. Sometimes you don't hear about them, until they blow up, and then you say, dude's from Philly. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like it's cool. Like the one kid I trained with, Matt Turnbull, he
Go ahead, say what you got to say.
He's got a big fight coming up. So
okay,
he's
cool.
Getting up and big too.
So where when they come to Philly, where do they fight at? Do they fight at the Wells Fargo? Where do these fights get?
They haven't been in Philly in it's been over I think a decade.
Really?
Shit. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't know why they never come to Philly. Like that's where they're trying to really push for it.
Yeah. Okay. I've never been to a UFC fight. You've been?
I never been to one.
I heard it's fucking awesome.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I've never been to one.
I heard it's
boxing
crazy.
matches, plenty of.
Yeah, plenty of boxing, but not UFC. I would like to go to one of these fights because I hear a lot of chicks.
You know what's coming up? Bare knuckle boxing's coming up.
I heard about that knuckle boxing. 2 or 3
weeks. There's another guy I trained with, Lex Ludlow, too. He's fighting.
Yeah?
That shit is insane.
Yeah,
that's insane. You gotta be an animal, bro.
You can hear every fucking crack. They break their every
God. How many rounds is that?
3 rounds.
3 rounds?
3 rounds, yeah. But you hear everything. It's nuts.
Yeah, that's fucking wide open knuckles.
Yeah.
Squat.
You catching that, bro.
It's like a street fight.
Yeah, it is a street fight. Yeah. Just what do they have? Do they have some type of
just wraps?
It's a wrap. Okay.
Yeah, knuckles are exposed.
Damn, homie. Yeah, I would like to check that out. That's pretty dope. A lot of blood.
So did you have idols growing up, like in MMA and stuff like that? Like people who like influenced you?
Honestly, I was just really into pro wrestling. Like,
Who was your wrestler? Talk to me.
Hollywood Hogan was
Hollywood Hogan.
Hollywood Hogan was
Who
there.
was your wrestler, Brown? Who was your wrestler?
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
I seen Brock Lesnar. I'm like, this dude's doing cage fights and doing wrestling. I mean,
Yeah.
That shit blew my mind when he
was
did
the
that.
big. He was
Yeah, he was the shit. He was the shit. My guy was Sting. My guy was
Sting?
Sting.
Okay,
Yeah, I
Sting
fuck
was
with
that boy. Sting was that
I like Ultimate Warrior too, but Sting was the boy.
I
Yeah.
got an Ultimate Warrior tattoo on here.
Oh shit! See that, people?
That was my guy. I ain't gonna lie. I like the few of them, but Ultimate was just the boy that had me. He got me hyped.
Yeah.
Always had
He was shit. He passed away too, didn't he?
Yeah.
A lot of them
He
passed
passed
away.
away. He passed away.
A lot of them passed away. You know, talking about passing away, I wanted to bring up a subject that's dear to me because a lot of bodybuilders lately have been passing away. And in the last 5 years, actually, it's been a whole lot of bodybuilders. Within the last 5 years, from 2020 to 2025, several bodybuilders have unfortunately passed away, with a number of notable examples being highlighted in recent news and research. Antonio Sosi, I think his name is, Neil Curry, Cedric McMillan. He was one of my guys, man. He was dope. Sean Roden, a lot of bodybuilders. Neil Curry, there's so many. Let me ask you this, because you're in this business, and do you think that a lot of guys that are on whatever they're on, they're just overdoing it, or they're just not getting tested? Because I'm gonna give advice to a lot of the young guys that are watching. If you're gonna do any type of supplements, you should get checked up every few months.
You really should get your blood work.
You got to get your blood work done. So you think a lot of these bodybuilders, and rest in peace to all the bodybuilders, and there's a lot of women lately. I don't know if you noticed. It's been a lot of women. I'm real big on this because I follow a lot of these people. So I'm in tune with a lot of the deaths. What is your thoughts? You think they're just overdoing it with the dosage? You think they're not getting their blood work done? Why so? They're dying after they're 40. Yeah.
Could be a combination of both. Just not getting blood work done, not knowing where to put it and stuff.
Right.
So they're just taking a bunch of shit without knowing what's.
Well, I think they know. They're just not following. Like he said, they're not following up with the blood work. Man.
So let me ask you two guys a question, because you guys know about this, because a lot of people don't know about this.
Yeah.
Explain supplements.
He's the guy. He's the man right there.
Because a lot of people, you say supplements, and people go, okay, yeah, supplements. Explain supplements.
Like as far as Primal goes, we just sell the basics,
right?
Like, normal protein stuff. We're not selling like anything crazy.
Well, I think look, supplements is what you can't get out of food.
Okay.
You're supposed to look, if you're building muscle, it's simple. He knows this. You're supposed to eat a certain amount of food to build muscle. You need a certain amount of carbs, fat, protein. Right?
And sometimes you can't get it in.
Sometimes you can't get it in.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't understand that.
Right. So if you're a working class person, when you got to get up, go to work, you got kids, you got laundry, to just prep, Matt, right? Prepping is a job, bro.
Yeah.
So not only that, you're prepping your meals. Now you got to get the creatine in. You got to get the supplements in, and so you might not be able to get all the nutrients you need so your body can function, heal, and grow. That's where the supplements.
Okay.
You know what I mean, right? I mean, simply, right?
That makes sense.
That's what it is. So a lot of people think supplements is cheating. It's not cheating. You need the supplements because the chances of you getting 6 meals in is unlikely.
But that's what I was saying. If you could explain that, because you say supplements and automatically people think something crazy.
Yeah, they do, because they think you're.
He's throwing roids in them.
No,
They don't understand.
It's fish oil. It's your vitamin C, vitamin D. It's your creatine.
Collagen.
It's collagen, glutamine, amino acids, your protein.
Yeah.
It's so much.
It's like me. I take magnesium.
Liver pills.
I tell people like a normal everyday guy, you don't need nothing crazy. Just like a multivitamin,
right?
Good whey protein.
It's your fish oil.
That's the type of shit that I be doing, bro.
Right.
Every fucking day I take some type of something.
Yeah, you should. Let me continue. Psychological impact on bodybuilding culture and possible link to substance abuse can contribute to self-destruction behaviors, including deletion. Traumatic death. Around 15% of deaths in one study were categorized as sudden deaths, including accidents, deletions, and overdose. It is important to remember that these are examples, and this is not an exclusive list. These deaths of individuals highlights the potential high risk associated with demands of competitive bodybuilding, the importance of addressing both the physical and mental well-being of athletes in all sports. So young people, Well, I'm 47. Brown is 27.
I'm in my 40s.
Matt's in his 40s. We're telling you, and I'm telling you this because a lot of young dudes are taking supplements that they shouldn't be taking.
Yeah.
And you can tell, like, if you go online, you see a lot of these young kids that are jacked out of their mind, Matt. It's crazy to me. You see a 17-year-old, bro, huge, 225, all muscle, body fat at 10. That's insane, bro. And it's a shame because what happens is if you're doing that now, it's like what's the guy, Sam Golick or whatever his name is. You know the kid, huge kid.
No.
He's gone viral. This kid is huge. And he's like 23, bro. She's like 260, all muscle.
I think I've seen a video of
Sam
him.
Solik. Okay. You never heard of Sam Solik?
No.
Young kid. And he's taking the internet by storm.
Yeah.
But it's not healthy, bro.
Of course.
You see all the acne on his back. And I get it. Everybody wants to be, an influencer. But if it's going to cause you an early death, it's not even worth it, bro. It's not even worth it. So young kids, be careful with the supplements you take. Parents, if your 16, 15-year-old is taking something, because if your son's bigger than your dad at 15, something's up, man.
Well, in my case, it's different. My kids are going to be bigger than me.
Yeah.
So it's different.
You got a different scenario there, bro.
It's different for me.
You got a different scenario, bro. You got a different scenario. Oh, man. So, I wanted to ask you something, Brown, because this was one of the subjects that came up. What is your thoughts about men that were born women? They grow up, they become women, and now they play in women's sports. They're competing in women's sports.
Wait a minute. You said men that were born women.
No, men that were born men. They got older, became women, and now they're playing in women's sports.
No, that shouldn't be allowed.
That shouldn't be allowed.
You still got the men.
You still got the men's parts.
You still got that animal in you, bro. Like,
right.
I don't give a fuck what you say,
you were
bro.
born a man.
A man can always break down a female, bro.
Right. So
depending on situation.
Testosterone, bone density. No matter what,
because you might run into a MMA fighter.
Right. You never know.
That's a female.
Happened. There's one named Fallon Fox, I think her name is.
She can fight with the guys. Oh no, she fights with the girls.
Yeah, she did that, and it's called Combates. It's like in Colombia, MMA organization out there. Yeah.
And they allow it, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna read this and then we could talk about it. In recent news indicates that the University of Pennsylvania, Penn, has agreed to ban transgender women from women's sports. I like that. Listen, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I don't believe that men should be playing in women's sports. It's just not fair to the young ladies. This decision comes from the female swimmer to restore the record. This decision agreement. Remember the swimmer that broke all the records with the U.S. Department of Education? The university will also issue an apology to impact female swimmers and adopt a biology-based definition of male and female athletes. Did you hear about that? There was a dude that got into the whole female swimming thing and dominated.
I mean, I heard about it, but stuff like that, I kind of like.
You stay away from, huh?
Yeah, because it makes me upset that they even allow
that. But think about, you have a daughter, right? Because you have a daughter, right, man? Your daughter, hypothetically speaking, your daughter's good at softball.
Yeah.
She says, Dad, I want to play softball. You go through all these years getting her all the equipment, you're traveling, you're running around, taking her to the games. Finally, Penn calls and says, we're going to give your daughter full scholarship. The whole family celebrates. The whole family's happy. She's on the roster. But here comes JoJo Bobo that thinks he could play with the girls. And then they call you, Matt, and say, we're taking your daughter's benched. Yeah. And he's taking the scholarship.
And he's taking it.
This is the point I'm trying to make. It's not fair to the girls that are playing volleyball, basketball, or soccer. You know what I mean?
It's wild it's even allowed. You know
what I mean? How is it allowed? So kudos to Penn for doing this. Let's continue. Penn agreed to ban transgender women from participating in women's sports teams, aligning with the Department of Education interpretation. Which, kudos to them. I give a lot of respect to them for doing that. The university will restore individual women's swimming records. That's good. So the girls that lost their records, they're getting their records back. Cool. Titles and to female athletes who were defeated or surpassed by a transgender woman. An apology's coming. You're going to get your record back. Penn will send a personalized apology letter to each Impact female swimmer. The university will release a public statement to Penn community outlining the commitment to biology-based definitions of male and female athletes. Background: the decision resolves a civil rights case related to transgender swimmers who competed on the women's team. It's just wrong, bro.
It is.
It's just wrong, man.
It is. It doesn't make no
Come on, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, why is that even happening?
My thing, well, because we're living in a world.
The guys can't win in their own practice.
There you go. That's probably what it is.
That's a great point, man.
That's
It
probably what it
is.
is.
You know, you can't win in your division or your conference, your league. So now you're cheating, bro.
Yeah,
like, come on, man. Compete with the boys, man. If you're a boy, it's just, it's just my take.
That's
man.
That's what I think. If you're a boy, compete with the boys.
Compete with the
I mean, you know,
boys,
they
man.
want to turn themselves, but still, that's not for you to jump into that.
Not at all, broski. Not at all.
That's not
because
fair.
It's not fair at all. Look, no matter how we slice it. Now, granted, yes, there is women that can do things better than men.
Of course.
There's always going to be women that can probably box better than certain men, that can lift better.
Yeah.
They could do certain things. Some women have the attributes and they have great genetics. But when we look at the highest level of professional sports, college level and higher, bro, not too long ago, a group, I don't know if you saw this, a group of 15-year-old soccer players beat, I think, the Sweden professional soccer team.
Oh, wow.
15-year-olds. What does that tell you?
That's
I mean,
crazy.
what does that tell you, bro? Like, seriously, that tells you that, you know, genetically, biologically, the bone density, the testosterone is so different. It's so widespread that is, I hate to say, there's no competition, bro.
Yeah.
It's no competition. So shout out to the Penn. Shout out to that school. You know, and so all the young ladies, man, play your sports. And I don't believe men should be playing in women's sports. Judge me if you want. Criticize me. Do what you like. That's my take on it. I don't believe if you're born a man, you shouldn't be playing in women's sports, bro.
Not at all.
It is what it is. Yo, what's up with the trash in Philadelphia, man?
It's going to smell bad.
Man, you see
listen,
that,
they
bro?
dumping trash everywhere, bro.
By this today.
You saw that?
They dumping trash everywhere. And you see what the fuck they did?
What they do, bro?
So they pretty much put dumpsters in certain locations, right? And they telling these people.
That's what I'm going to show you. They
Yeah.
just did it at
oh, where's that at?
Shady Lane, right near Pennypack Pine Road.
Bro, it's crazy.
that's
And the shit is that
sad,
the
man.
amount of
That's
trash.
That's fucked up.
And this is only day 2.
Yeah, it's going to get
So it's
crazy.
gonna get hard, but y'all gonna have to make a deal with them. They want 8%.
They gotta
give it
make
to
the
them.
deal, bro. They
Make
gotta
the deal
pay
with
these
them.
people, bro.
You know what bothers me about how people look down on blue collar people? You look down on trash, the people that pick up the trash. You look down on people that work with their hands, right? Sewage. You will look down on cops. Yo, but when shit hits the fan, these are the people that you call on. bro.
Yep.
These are the people that keep the neighborhoods clean, keep the neighborhoods safe, bro.
That's a rough job, too.
It's a rough job.
is-
Show
it is.
some
I get them
respect.
guys Wooders all the time.
Right,
Every time.
man.
It is a
They're
rough
dying,
job.
sweating all the
And
time.
not only that, these guys are picking up trash that they have no idea what it is. It could be some
Right.
hazardous shit. They don't got
Yeah.
fucking hazard suits on or nothing. These guys go and they pick up your trash and they dump it.
Right, man. Like,
In
show some
fucking
respect, bro.
120 degrees.
Come on,
heat.
man. Show some respect. I come from a blue collar family. You know, these heads are blue collar. I've done very well for myself, you know, and I respect the unions. And I also respect white collar. You know, I'm not knocking somebody that's behind the desk. But, you know, sometimes they look down on people that are blue collar and it drives me nuts.
Yeah,
Man,
they
show
look at
some
them
respect,
like,
bro.
Like you're on the bottom and shit. 'Cause you're out there
Right.
picking up trash, bro.
It's crazy. I saw a video once. Tell you this quick story. I saw a video once that this guy was having a conversation with this girl. She was shitting on blue collar people. She was highly educated, had her bachelor's degree, and they were having a conversation online. And she was shitting blue collar people. She wouldn't date nobody blue collar. She lived in Canada. And a few weeks after that conversation, there was a huge snowstorm. So the guy that was having this conversation with this girl, he got on a snow machine, and he was driving through the city, and he put his GoPro on the machine, and he's taking video of all the city, and he said, "Damn, I find something very, very strange." He said every house that he rolled by, there was a woman with a cup like this shaking, right?
Right.
And terrified. You see because all the energy went out. The snowstorm took all the energy out. And he said, all I saw was men on poles.
Yep.
Men shoveling. Men getting everything back to normal.
Yep, back to normal, yep.
And this is what sometimes we forget. And not all women, because there are women that respect blue collar.
Yeah.
Shout out to the women that respect the blue collar people. But when shit hits the fan, that was the point he was making. He was making the snowstorm. I don't see not one woman out there trying to get the lights back on.
Right.
I don't see one woman out there climbing these poles. It's below zero. There's no energy. There's no light. All I see is men. And sometimes that has to happen so people can wake up and say, you know what, let me show some respect to the trash guy.
Yeah, of course.
Let me show some respect to the firemen. You
Now
saw,
they'll do it
and rest in
themselves.
peace to the firemen that just lost their lives. I don't know if you heard about
No,
that.
I didn't.
They got ambushed. You didn't hear about this?
I know a little bit
So
about
recently, rest in peace to it was a shooter. They called the firemen to come out. They came out to their location. Somebody took them out.
Who the fuck does that?
Well, this is mental illness, and there's
In
no,
Philly?
No, it was
it was like
outside. It was
Ohio or
outside.
something like that.
It was outside. It was outside. of
I'm
Philly.
about to say, dog.
But the
that's
point I'm
crazy.
trying to make is this, man. There's a lot of hardworking people out there, and it drives me nuts when you don't respect these people, man. I don't like that,
Yeah.
man.
Well, now everybody's had to take the trash to the dump.
Oh, now you got to realize it. Yeah. Now you should have been working out.
You gotta put it
know
in
what I mean?
the
Your
car.
chunky butt can't take the trash out now.
No, you know what's the craziest thing that I saw? Like even online right now, what's happening is a lot of guys are pulling out their trucks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they're saying, if you want, I'll go pick up your trash.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
big
$20
business.
a
and you know
bag.
what they're
It's
doing?
big
That's what they do,
business.
$20 a bag.
Oh, yeah.
So,
It's big
So
business,
that's
man.
the crazy thing about it. People are actually paying to get their trash removed.
Yeah, bro.
So
It's not a bad hustle.
So
Not a bad hustle.
But my whole thing is mentally like, why don't you sane people get together and even try to match? Or
Right.
even start paying for them to
Right.
pick up your trash.
That's one thing I love about certain counties. And I'll say a shout out to certain counties. Certain counties, that's what your taxes go into. Now, I'm not saying we don't do that here, but the city has a lot of control on a lot of decision making.
Yeah, yeah.
Police officers. Now, police officers can't go on strike by law, right? I mean, they
Oh,
could try,
never knew
but
that.
they can't, right?
Yeah, they
so
just had something with the police dispatchers.
I saw that. What was that about?
They made like, I think 200 of them go back to work because they didn't have any dispatchers.
yeah, you can't. You can't. Dog, you know how important that is, boy. No dispatchers in Philly.
Yo, bro, what,
It's
with
a wrap,
everything
bro.
that's going on out here,
It's a wrap, bro. In Philly.
Police!
Yeah.
I need you right now.
All right, now you're gonna need a man now.
Yeah.
This is the point I'm trying to make. Like when shit hits the fan, now men are valuable, especially blue collar men. There was a time where I remember women would date dudes just because they were thorough dudes. Today, you got a lot of girls that are saying they won't touch a guy that doesn't make a certain amount. They won't talk to a guy that's blue collar. And you're missing out because a lot of these blue collar guys are making bank, especially an electrician.
course.
Oh, they're making big money now, bro.
Yeah.
Over $100 grand, $200 grand a year. You know what I'm saying?
I wish
But
I wouldn't let. I had the choice of
I know,
electrician
ain't
or be a
that
cop. I
yeah, so much money, bro. Yo, that's the career right now.
It ain't
bro.
too late, bro.
Yeah, you,
You could always jump
But
into
you
it.
got man. He doesn't have a shoulder. He doesn't have elbows.
Listen. All he needs is the skills, dog.
I know. I'm fucking with him. It's all good, man. It's never too late. It's never
I
too
tell my
late,
son
man.
he's about to go to Penn State Harrisburg, which I'm happy
nice,
for him.
nice.
I'm like, you don't want to go to Union or something like that?
Right. There were studies on that recently.
Yeah.
There were studies that a lot of kids from college are giving up their degrees to tractor trailers, electricians, starting these blue collar jobs because what's happening is AI is going to attack the white collar sector
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. And now you have a lot of people that are saying, you know what, blue collar might not be a bad choice.
That might be the
have
way
a
to
skill.
go.
Yeah, if you have a skill, bro, you can make some money, man. You can make a lot of money, bro.
So
It is what it is.
So back to the MMA stuff.
Let's get it.
That's what we got here, right? What's the toughest part preparing for a fight? Is it cutting weight, sparring, or dealing with the injuries?
Just sparring and dealing with the injuries.
Okay.
I would love to do another fight. I think about it all the time. It's just I can't handle a camp.
Okay.
Yeah, it just get too many injuries. Like everybody that goes into a fight, like 9 out of 10 are going and hurt. Every fighter, yeah.
Really?
That's crazy.
So
And that's from
From
prepping,
the sparring,
from prepping for it.
Yeah, you're getting ready for it.
Damn.
that's crazy. Now, let me ask you when it comes to children, because my nephew, shout out to Antonio, he is extremely active. He's about 12 years old. He wants to play football, tackle. My sister doesn't want to do that. He wants to do the MMA. What age is a good age for a kid to get into the sport?
For jiu-jitsu, 5, 6.
5, 6?
Yeah, always possible for
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. It gives, like even that or wrestling, it gives these kids such discipline.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man. Absolutely. Yeah, because there's a lot of stigma on it. Now, is the injuries high also for the kids?
Not really, no.
Now, what are the limitations? Like what
They
like
pretty much do everything the adults do.
oh really?
I mean,
Oh,
it's no so you're not getting punched in the face or nothing like that.
Okay, so
It's not
that's why-
like-
okay.
Yeah, and they're tapping it. They get it put in a chokehold arm bar. You know, they're gonna tap. They're not gonna hold on to that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
So does your gym do it? The train kids?
Oh yeah, my gym. I train at Martinez BJJ, Frankfurt, 3511 Common Ave.
There you go, people.
They got a really good kids program.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, cool. Oh, that's something interesting because a lot of kids, man, need that. The discipline is very, very important. It's not about the fact that you can beat somebody up. It's the fact that you have the opportunity in case it happens, right? I saw something recently that the guy says, Jordan Peterson, he was having his interview with someone and he said, a man that's not capable of being dangerous is not a man. And that's true.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a man and you're not able to protect your people, bro, what good are you?
Yeah.
And it's not about learning that so you can bully people because I don't respect bullies, man.
But
you know what I'm saying? You got to be capable.
You got to be, because you never know. It could be your kids. It could be anybody. Like
you could be out.
God forbid it's like the end of the world. Like,
right. You can't throw your hands. And I'm going to tell you, bro, when somebody like Matt walks in, somebody that's built, people, they hesitate, you know, and not saying they won't test you, but it is a hesitation, bro. Yeah. It is because they know, okay, he's going to be a hard out, man. Yeah. It ain't going to be an easy out.
And you're talking about that right now. And it's funny because I was going to bring this up. What is it that they call that?
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower, right? Can you put them on the camera?
Put them on the camera.
You see that ear right there, people?
That is blood, sweat, and tears right there, baby.
I'm going to tell you guys this right now. If you ever are in the street and you're getting ready to fight somebody,
and you see that, just
look at their ears.
Look at their ear.
If their ears look like that, leave them the fuck alone. Yeah. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Leave them the fuck alone.
You'd be surprised, man. I was just at Metallica. I went to the Metallica concert.
Oh, nice.
Oh, shit.
And dude, he was all fucked up, but like, he was like a 60-year-old man. He starts like grabbing my neck. I'm like, what the fuck?
Out of nowhere?
And everybody's like, dude, please don't hit him. And I didn't want to hit him because I'm like, I am going to be on camera doing this.
So have you ever
kill this guy?
Have you ever been like
have
you ever been like anywhere with your family or something like that? And some guys try to start some shit with you, and you just give them that look like.
Not with my family. Like, if I'm out, like, you know, just people are fucking assholes.
Because I always say that it's crazy. Like a lot of girl boxers and shit like that. When they go out, they dress up in dresses.
Yeah, you don't know. I always say,
I could only imagine the dumbass girl that wants to pick a fight with.
Let me ask you. Now you said, would you date a girl that's physically stronger and can throw hands better than you? Would you date a girl like that?
I mean, yeah, dog.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I mean, if that's what she do, that's what she do,
right,
bro.
Right, like, but how would you get into an argument with her?
Oh, I won't be arguing.
What if she say, I ain't cleaning them fucking dishes? Fuck out of here.
Well,
and I'm not cooking today, motherfucker.
Well, they gonna be dirty. We gonna order Uber Eats. Because I don't want no fucking problems.
You know what? It's crazy. I dated a cop once. And shout out to her. She was cool. And she was a fighter. And bro, she was tough, boy.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what, you know, you can lift all the weights you want in the world, but when you're dealing with somebody that's trained to throw their hands, different animal.
For some reason, I'm attracted to tough girls.
Really?
Yeah. It's just me.
So they grip you up and all?
Not even that. It's just they're just they don't have like little
insecurities,
punk shit to them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They're cool. They mellow.
Not that they're crazy and violent or nothing like that.
Well,
but
most people
humbled.
Say it again.
Humbled. That's what it is.
Yeah, because they know how serious them hands are.
Yeah.
Like people that like Matt, people that fight understand that putting your hands on somebody, that's a charge, bro. Because all that person has to do is say, oh, he's trained, she's trained. Mm-hmm. And when the cops come, your hands are registered in some states, right?
Yeah, you know what you
do that, but that's the last thing I want to do is get in a street fight with somebody.
Yeah, of course, when you know your shit.
That's crazy. I mean, like some guys like look for that kind of shit.
Ain't that something, man? Like, why would you look for that? I see it online all the time, bro. And you know, guys like this guy, these guys are the coolest dudes because when you know what you're capable of, fall back. You know what I mean? And it's the guy that keeps testing it. I saw that once. I think it was in Germany. I don't know if you saw this video. It was one guy, 2 dudes and 2 girls, and he beat all of them up. All 4 of them, bro.
Yeah.
The video's crazy. He was like, boop, bop, bop, knocked the one dude out. Then the girl kept swinging, and he didn't want to hit the girl. So he just kept going like this to her.
Was it at an airport?
It was like an airport.
Yeah, I seen that.
And then the other boy came, one shot, got him out of there. So the 2 girls kept coming. Shot,
yeah, I seen
they
that.
all were out, bro.
I seen that.
Oh, I gotta send you that video. You'll appreciate that.
That was crazy. Yeah,
that was crazy. It was nuts. Look, you gotta respect people. That happened to me once. I'm gonna tell a story. I was at work and I kept telling one of my coworkers not to tap me in the head. I kept telling them, don't tap me in the head.
Yeah, you got.
I don't like that.
I don't like that shit.
So I warned them. I said, bro, don't do that. And shout out to him. No bad blood. I still got love for you, bro. You know, but he did it again another time. So I gave him a body shot. And the guy,
deserved it, man. Fuck that. Testing you.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, there's rules to this. There's no way that I'm gonna tap somebody's head. Gave him a body shot. He stopped talking to me. We're not friends anymore. Now, you're mad at me because you tapped my head, you know what I mean? And I reacted. Like, sometimes people do that.
Yeah.
They test you, and then when you react, now they want to sue you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want to take you to court. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Whatever. And shout out to him. God bless you. I got love for you. Just don't tap my head.
Yeah, he won't do it again.
He won't do it again. He won't do it again.
Some people just don't know how disrespectful they are.
Well, my thing is this: your upbringing says a lot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where you come
Playing
from,
games and shit.
yeah, where you come from, and the people that raised you, they teach you certain things, right? You don't mess with a man's food. You don't mess with a man's woman, even though sometimes we fuck up. And I've been guilty of this, and I've learned my lesson. You don't mess with a man's food. You don't mess with a man's woman, his mother, his children, his money. These are golden things.
Or his height.
Or this. Yeah, this guy.
Don't fuck with my height,
No,
bro.
fuck with his height.
Only I could do that.
But these are golden rules, right? You don't mess with his home, his dog, and last but not least, you don't play with his face. You don't smack. These are rules that we were taught at a young age, man. You don't stare too long. Like being thorough is about knowing these things, bro.
Yeah,
Am I wrong? Like what are we doing here? You know
I
what
don't
mean?
understand
It's
that
crazy. You know?
Somebody touch your face.
No, nobody touched my face.
No,
Nobody
it's
touched- but I'm
different.
saying the people will try to play.
Yeah, they'll do shit like that.
They'll try
do
to
shit.
play with
They
you.
play games.
They play
games
because it starts with a push, right? And then you don't say nothing. All right, cool. I got away with that. Then it comes with the elbow. All right, cool. Then, you know, before you know it, while you're eating, they'll play with your food. See, people always test by inch by inch. And then before you know it, they punch you, smacking you. So you got to nip it in the bud from the beginning. I mean, that's all.
I mean, that type of shit happened to me like not too long ago.
Yeah.
I actually went somewhere. I had having a deep conversation with my uncle. It was at a bar.
Okay.
But they got food there, so I was getting food there.
Right,
too.
right.
And I'm talking to my uncle about my dad. You know, my dad died years ago.
Right.
He's talking and
Rest in peace.
and I hear somebody. You know, they walk behind me and the guy goes, "Oh, I didn't know they let short people in here."
Disrespectful.
Bro, no lie. I turned around. I had
You knew him? Hold up. You knew the ball?
I seen him before.
Oh, okay. But you
I don't know him like
you don't know him
that
well
to talk
enough
to
for
him.
him to talk to you.
Yeah, like I seen him plenty of times,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like you're not
We're
my
not
friend.
that
and-
cool.
You're not
Yeah,
my
we're not
friend.
that cool. You can't
So
joke.
I turned around. I looked up at him because he was way taller than me. I looked right up at him, bro, and I grabbed my shit and I told my uncle, "I'm gonna walk off." Because no lie, bro, I really felt like just proving
it's
him
disrespectful,
something. Just
man.
to prove something to him. But I said, "I'm gonna walk off."
you don't need to.
And you know what's crazy? When I walked off, I sat at the end of the bar, and here he come. What did I do to you? And I'm like, bro, just leave me
just
alone.
go away, man.
My uncle started arguing with him.
Yeah, because respect goes a long way, man.
Like, bro, just leave me alone, man.
I don't think some guys understand how being disrespectful can change things like this.
Yeah.
And it could be a life and death situation.
It's a line of it, bro.
man. 'cause
Yeah, I don't do
so many
bars either.
assholes, I can't. do
I
it.
don't do bars either, man.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
don't.
I mean, you know, I'm in the scene.
I would go to but I will go to a
I
bar.
get it, but yeah.
I will go to a bar or a club if you had a party, Brown had a party, Pachardo, Claudio, Mark, somebody that I really I admire, and they say, look, I know you don't go to bars. Just come by, have a drink with me. It's my birthday. If it's somebody I admire, I might do it. Or it's an opportunity for business. Let's say, Matt, you're a bar owner and you say, look, come over, let's talk, some sponsorships. I'll come over and do that because it's an opportunity for me to make some money.
Right.
But for me to sit at a bar or a club, I just can't do it anymore, man.
Yeah.
Because of that. And then for some reason, every time I go to a club, or I used to go to a bar club, there's always somebody bumping into you. Right. They want to order drinks where you're ordering it at. Maybe the girl's staring at you. There's always something going on. I'm done with bars. I mean, I really don't care. I don't care about bars anymore. It is what it is.
Soon I won't either.
Yeah, it's going to
have
fade
a bar
away.
in my house.
Yeah, not only that, your interest is, as you get older, sometimes things just change. You evolve to different things.
Yeah.
That's
I
all.
haven't had drink in 10 years. Like now I just smoke weed and chill with my cat.
There you go. Hey, yo, but it's safe. You save money, bro, right? You know how much money you save not going to bars?
Right.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars. I spent that, bro. I probably spent over $100,000 in bars in my life.
See, the problem with me is when I go to bars, I don't spend money.
Right. You know what it is with him? He's very familiar with the nightlife.
So,
he knows a lot of the owners, a lot of the bouncers.
Yeah.
So when he goes in, it's like, all right, he's family, he doesn't pay full
crazy.
price. So it's not hurting his pockets. You know what I mean? It's not like somebody that's new. So he has an advantage, but it's bad too because it's hard for him to let it go.
No, but you know what I do? I got a way to go.
Oh, you got a plan,
so
baby.
basically, like, let's say if I were to order a shot, right? I take one shot and I get a big ass cup of soda and I sip.
There you go, smart.
So when they go, yo, son, I go, No, I got one already.
Right.
No, I got one already.
Right, smart.
No, I got one already. And I
Smart.
sit. Because I just like to sit around and talk to people.
Yeah, man.
That's
There's
my
nothing
thing.
wrong
I
with
like
that.
to talk to people,
Listen,
get feedback. And,
yeah, I had a great time back in the day going to bars. It's a great time.
But that was different when we were doing it.
Right.
We
But
said
I
a
don't
kitty. You would put like $20 in the kitty and it was a drink all
Right, it was a good time. But there was, but back then the respect was higher. I just think it's a new generation out there. A lot of young guys that they don't understand the rules the way we grew up. There was an understanding.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Like you step on somebody's shoes, yo, my bad, bro. Or if you're staring at a girl too long and somebody says, yo, that's my lady.
Yeah, my bad.
My bad, bro. So it is what it is. I don't like the rules today.
Right.
Today's rules is not for me. I just can't.
There's no respect.
No respect.
There's no respect.
No respect. Yes, sir. So listen, Matt. So what do you got for the future, man? What's going on, for the future? Any fights that you're going to? Are you training somebody? Is there anything new? A new business venture? What's going on in your life, man?
I'm trying to think what I have going on right now.
Training.
I'm dating a new girl now.
Oh, nice. Shout out there. You want to give her a shout out?
Ryan,
what's her name?
Ryan.
Shout out to Ryan. Hey, take care of my man. Yeah. All right. Make sure he's good.
It's been a while. You been with this person or?
Actually, no. It's only been like 2 months.
Oh, okay.
I knew her from high school. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Shit.
So you've been with this person.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
nice.
what? It's crazy because a lot of times that's what happens, man. Like you know somebody from the past and then you get married, you have kids, and
don't put that
one
on
girl. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's what happens.
We were actually talking.
That's what happens. Here goes this girl from high school.
Right.
That
rekindles the love, bro.
Yeah. It happens all the time.
It happens. It happens. Is she into like jiu-jitsu?
You know what twin flames are?
Nah, what's that?
It's like you're connected to this person for your entire life, and like as soon as you meet him, like you feel something.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I was single for the last year and a half, and like dating around stuff. It's she came out of nowhere, and
it was perfect timing.
Yeah.
And you wasn't even looking for it; just happened. That's the best time, bro.
Yeah.
It is the best time.
She's awesome, though, man.
Oh, shout out to her, man.
She's really into yoga. She teaches at J-Town Yoga.
Oh, she has to be. Yeah. Guys like us, bro, that when you meet a woman, if she's not active, it's tough for us to date them. Yeah. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
She has to be yoga, Pilates. She has to be in the gym, bro, because people outside of this life don't understand.
Yeah.
And in their mind, they're like, "Oh, you're selfish. You're into yourself." But somebody that understands this lifestyle, be like, "You know what? Go ahead. You got to work out. You got to train." They don't bother you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. That's cool. So she does yoga.
Yeah, she's a teacher too.
Oh, you want to shout that out?
Teacher. She does that, and she does a sound bath too over there.
What is that?
Sound bath's pretty cool. I just did one for the first time last week. It's just like they have like bells and gongs and stuff. You lay there and meditate while you're going on.
Oh, that's
Is
dope.
that the thing that closes like a capsule?
No, it's just
like in water?
everybody's laying on the ground. It's kind of like, it's in a yoga studio.
Okay.
But like that, she does like all these like making like these crazy
frequency is frequency. Frequency heals
that's
the body.
Dope. Yeah,
you know that, right?
And
you need that.
Like while
frequency
you're doing
heals
it,
the body.
You can like see different colors and stuff. It's cool shit.
Are you sober while you're doing this?
I went high, but yeah, very few of us sober.
Yeah, that sounds good when you high too, bro.
Too.
Yeah, say it again.
See, she was saying go on mushrooms.
Oh shit, we're gonna have to take the mushrooms. Like, nah.
Got them shrooms.
No, listen, we're not advocating drugs. We're just joking here, just joking. To each his own, to each his own.
Of course.
That's dope, man. Like I said earlier, sometimes when you meet a person that works out and is active, it is a perfect combination. It's a perfect combination because sometimes you might be with somebody that's the total opposite, but if it's too far off, it might not be a good mix. It might not be a good mix. All right, so we ask everybody this question, so I want to ask you, because we love music. Right. I don't know if you're a music guy.
Oh, yeah. I play guitar, bass, piano. I love music. I really do.
All right. So give us your top 3 albums all time. All right. Or if you don't have that, your top 3 artists. It doesn't matter. Genre, age, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Genre, age, let me see. Tool and Enema is probably first one.
Okay.
What else? I'm gonna mix them up. Wu-Tang Clan 36.
Oh, we hit with the Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And Metallica and Justice.
There you go. There you go. And that's it. We love music here.
And you're a Marilyn Manson fan.
Yeah, I actually just seen Manson too. How'd you know that?
I did my research. Come on, bro.
That was actually a really good one. Yeah.
I was actually that you went to the Met to see that.
Yeah.
I was actually there the other day. I went to go see Jesse Reyes.
Okay.
How was the concert? How was the concert,
dope show, bro?
Yeah.
It was no lie, bro. It was like, and I'm not even making this up. I'll say about 80% women.
Damn, I missed that.
Insane, bro.
Who'd you go with?
I went with somebody.
I go by myself at the time.
Really?
I don't like missing the band.
Yeah. So you go to most of the concerts if they're coming to Philly.
I went to what 15 last year, 15 a year.
Damn.
Yeah, I go to a lot.
Jeez.
Damn.
Nice. Hey,
You ever
love
been
music?
in one of those mosh pit things?
Yeah.
Look at the guy. You serious?
Shit.
We're not trying to stereotype
Can you imagine
but
yourself being in a joint and you jumping around and
Nah,
shit,
usually they
and
don't
next thing
push
you
you
know,
when, like, you're not
he's the
looking and
motherfucker
shit.
that you're trying to bump into?
he's gonna be laughing with you, like,
Be like,
catch
no.
this.
I'm cool. I'm gonna go the
It's a
other
good
way.
time though,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Oh, I love that shit, dude. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's
I can
good,
imagine.
that's
Like, we
good.
gotta try that sometime.
Like metal concerts are probably my favorite. Reggae concerts are a close second.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Reggae
yeah, yeah.
concerts are great too.
I
Good
love music,
vibe.
period, man.
Yeah, yeah, we're a music buff, podcast, man. We love music over here.
Give your stick figure.
No, I never heard of
Cali
them.
reggae.
No.
Really good. Yeah.
Yeah, so wow. So you say you play what again?
Guitar, bass, and piano.
Okay,
Nice.
okay.
Not good. Remember I told you about my hand?
Yeah,
Like,
he's
after
a-
the show
yeah.
fucked up, like I can't hold a guitar pick the right way.
Damn.
Yeah.
How do you hold the blunt? Show the world how you hold the blunt. Matt, man. Bro, do you have any more questions?
Nah. We good.
Yeah, this Matt. I am very happy that you came on because we need more guys like you, bro. And then there's a lot of young guys that watch us, and they want to laugh but yet have a good conversation. Right. And so, what did you think about the show today? Did you feel like it was better than what you expected? How did you feel after the show?
Yeah, I mean, I told you I was nervous before I came.
Right,
in, but,
right.
It was cool though. You guys pulled about a lot of stuff. You hit a lot of issues.
Yeah.
I really like that you hit on mental health.
Yeah.
And like you said, man, if you're going through some stuff, just talk to somebody. Get it
Yeah.
out. You have to get that shit out of you.
Matt, thanks, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. Brown's been gone for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Brown, say sorry to the people because they're mad at
I'm
you.
sorry I wasn't here. I just had to do some things.
Life happens.
But I'm back. I'm
He's
back. I'm back.
Life happens,
I'm back.
people. Life happens. And look, he is part of the show. Stop asking me if he's not on the show. Once in a while, he might not be here.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm going to have a show where it's a one-on-one.
Yeah.
All right? And there might be times where he might do the show,
Yep.
and I might not be here.
Yep.
He is part of the show. He's not going anywhere.
No.
Okay?
Talks.
This was Thorough Talks 215. Matt, any last word before you go?
No, I think I'm good. Hey, if you want to give us a follow, Primal_Nutrition on Instagram, appreciate it. My personal Instagram is @hat_mill, HATT_MILL.
There you go. Brown, talk to him.
So, I mean, my final thoughts is, people, listen, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. A lot of chaos, a lot of confusion.
Rest in peace to everyone.
All I can say is just try to stay as positive as y'all can, and just go with the flow, man, because
Right.
we can't change shit. You know what I mean? The guys up top, they're the ones who control everything that's going on. All we can try to do is survive what the fuck is going on.
Yes,
So
sir.
stay as positive as you can and move forward, bro.
Forward and reach out
yeah.
to somebody, man. There is always somebody that you can talk to. Always. Don't ever feel like you can't talk to anyone. There's a lot of programs out there. Just reach out before you make a decision about hurting yourself or hurting someone. Talk to somebody, all right? And if you need a jiu-jitsu trainer, Matt's here and he'll sell you some supplements at the same time. All right, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Thorough Talks 215. All right, y'all, later.